Hey, what is up everybody and welcome back to another video. Now this video is a lot darker and a lot more somber than the videos that I'm used to making. I enjoy making these sort of drama news type videos, but I normally like to keep it goofy and keep it, to the silly sort of reactions and not the serious topics, because that's not really what my channel's about. But I feel like there's a lot deeper meaning to this video than just, you know, trying to capitalize off of the death of a very famous star. So I'm sure you guys have heard. I'm sure everybody at this point has heard. I saw it on Facebook last night, and honestly, when I first saw it, because I saw a couple of people had shared it, I assumed it was one of those stupid hoaxes, because you see a lot of those around that where a star has died, a celebrity has died, but then when you check it, it turns out they haven't, and somebody for some reason has spent their time making a news article to fake someone's death, which is just pathetic. But this one turned out to be very real, and it's absolutely insane. So, as again, you guys have more than likely heard, because it's everywhere at the minute. But yeah, Liam Payne of One Direction has tragically passed away. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I was the biggest One Direction fan. I only ever listened to like One Direction song, which is History. I really enjoy that one. But apart from that, I don't really listen to any of their songs. And when they all went their separate ways, I never listened to any of their songs. It's just not my cup of tea, which is fine. But obviously, a lot of people were massive fans of One Direction when they first became a thing. I think it was like in 2010, which is insane to think about, because I remember them being on, it was either X Factor or Britain's Got Talent, one of them. And I remember them being on there and being, formed together to create One Direction. Obviously, they went on to massive fame and massive success. And then, obviously, they broke up. And then, from then, the only one that I really know of is Harry Styles, because he sort of became like the most famous and well-known out of the lot. But nonetheless, yeah, it's absolutely insane what can happen. The dude was only 31 years of age. Only 31. I'm 26. Like, to think I could die in 5 years in the same circumstances is absolutely terrifying. And it just really goes to show that you have no idea what is around the corner and what can happen. So for those that don't know and those that haven't seen the story, which again, it's everywhere at the minute, so I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, basically what's happened is he was in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, and he's fallen from the third floor of a hotel. So obviously he's hit the floor. I think they said obviously he's like fractured his skull, or he's done obviously something horrendously bad to obviously pass away. But a lot of speculation was that he had just fallen tragically, because there were videos of him hours beforehand, like on his, I think it was his Snapchat or his Instagram, or maybe both, of him, just making random videos, normal videos of, the food he was eating, showing the hotel room, just random celebrity-esque stuff that you do. But having a look around, there's a video that's going around of the hotel clerk where he was staying, ringing for an ambulance and the police, because apparently he was, I think, quoted off his face or something on drugs and alcohol, which again is absolutely insane. I mean, again, I don't follow them, and even the celebrities I do follow, like I don't know if they're addicted to drugs and alcohol, but it does really go to show just the fact that fame and having money and having, he has a son, I'm pretty sure, with Cheryl Cole, having all of that and still going down this really winding, dark path of, possibly, it hasn't been confirmed or anything yet, but possibly, ending your own life. I'm trying to tiptoe around it, because YouTube don't like you talking about this kind of stuff, and they will like block the video, or demonetize, well, not demonetize it, age restrict it, sorry. And you got to tiptoe around certain words that you use. So yeah, it's it is looking that way, possibly, that he might have done that. I don't think it's been confirmed or anything. I don't know if it will get confirmed, but a lot of people were saying that falling from the third floor of a hotel isn't, obviously, it isn't necessarily a death warrant. You know, you're not going to die 100%. The third floor is, you will more than likely break a few bones, maybe, or, you know, severely injure yourself, but there's not necessarily a 100% chance that you will die. But, and again, the fact that he is dead doesn't necessarily mean he has done that, because you know, you could fall from a curb, walking along the street, fall over, crack your head off the floor, and that's it, done. You could have a fight with somebody, they could punch you in the face in the wrong way, and that's it, done. You know, and falling from the third floor is quite a height, but it's not necessarily a death sentence. So a lot of people are speculating that maybe he has went and done that. And again, just, it's a scary notion, man, that you have no, like, around the corner, something could happen. And yesterday was an insane day, because where I live, there was stuff that had been happening in this place called Benwell, which is sort of like, it's a little, well, not a little ways away, it's like a 20-minute walk, half an hour walk away from where I live. And I've been there loads of times, hundreds of times, thousands of times. And there was a big explosion that happened there, because the council hadn't came out to, I think it was to check a boiler. Somebody had been complaining that their boiler, like, obviously was making like funny noises or not working, and the council hadn't came out and had a look at it, and that boiler ended up exploding, and I think there was like 2 or 3 houses have blown up, and unfortunately a 7-year-old child and I think like a 30-year-old man had been caught up in it, and they've unfortunately tragically died as well. And then later on that day, you find out, you know, this has happened. It's like, I don't know what was in the water yesterday, but it was freaking, it's insane, man. There's just so much going on. It's just so scary to think that you can go from, you know, living a normal life, waking up thinking, you know, I'm going to work. How long have I got left? 7 hours and 40 years of my life. And then, you know, you could be on your way to work that day and die of anything, really. Like, fucking an aneurysm, a tumor in your brain, you knocked over by a bus. I know this is getting very morbid and I don't want it to be, but I'm just saying, like, it's a scary notion to think that you have no idea what's around the corner and anything could happen. And with the whole Liam Payne thing, like, yes, he may have just fallen because they obviously rang the police and rang the ambulance to say that he was heavily on drugs and alcohol, but he could have been just incredibly depressed, and he might have been doing all of that to cope and chucked himself off, or he has generally just you know, made a mistake, slipped and fell, or I don't know, leaning back on the railing too hard and fell over. But there are so many people out there that think he's, you know, something's happened and that it's not an accident, because he was seen, you know, outside of the hotel hours beforehand, you know, taking photos with fans, and he was, you know, you seen, he wasn't drunk, or he didn't seem like he was under the influence of anything, drugs or alcohol or anything like that. And a lot of people are trying to say that the call that you hear between the hotel clerk and the ambulance was, you know, was acted out and it was made up so that he, you know, it seemed like, because apparently he was dead before the call was made. But that's the problem with these types of things. You'll never know, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Like, yes, he people are thinking that it's, you know, the music industries came out to get him, and, you know, that there's fucking assassins out there that, you know, had killed him and then covered it up, and, you know, all this different shit. It sounds ridiculous. I know it does sound absolutely ridiculous, but you just never know what really happens. You know, strange things have happened before. Obviously, you've got the whole Diddy thing that's been hanging around and everything. So it's just, I don't know. It's a hard one. You don't know whether it's been him, whether it's been someone else, whether it's an accident. Hopefully something will come to light and hopefully they'll be able to figure it out, but as of right now, nobody knows. Obviously, like you said, he's struggled really badly with mental health, and he's been very open about the whole thing before. So, yeah, it's interesting. But the comments on everything, everywhere, are saying that, you know, there's no way it's an accident. You know, he looks so happy, and that's the thing with depression. People can see him. I mean, look at Ron Williams. He was one of the nicest, happiest people ever, and look what happened. Like, obviously, he took his own life, and it's usually the people that try to make other people happy are the ones that end up, or the ones that are depressed the most. And you know, you just never really know. It's a scary world. It really is a scary world. And going through stuff at the minute myself, it's not nice to think that you can hit that level of depression to want to do stuff, but it does happen. It does happen, and yeah, they said it's just scary. I just wanted to talk about this a little bit and get it off my chest, because after like everything that happened yesterday, and like I said, stuff that's going on in my life, just look after yourself. You don't want to be in these types of situations where you know, you get that low that you want to do something about it. It's not nice. It's not nice. There is always somebody out there to talk. There are people that you can ring, family, friends, whatever. Yeah, it's not nice. It's a horrible thing to think about. But anyways, yeah, again, just want to talk about it. Look after yourselves. Make sure, if you're feeling that way, talk to someone. Get the help that you need. It's not a nice situation to be in. So, yeah. Well, I'm not going to give you the same bullshit ending I usually do. I'm just going to be like, goodbye. I hope you have got something out of this video. If not, I do apologize. You've just wasted 10 minutes of your life. Yes, thank you guys for watching anyways, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.